Yo, what's up, everybody? We are back. It has been a long time since we have done a live stream that wasn't gaming, that wasn't any other kind of silliness, and we're back. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Tonight is a celebration of you. Tonight is a celebration of reaching a goal that we've been working towards on the channel for 3 years now, easily 3 years. So so we're gonna get in and we're gonna have some fun and we're gonna relax and we're gonna enjoy ourselves. We're gonna play some tunes and we're just gonna do what we do because it has been a long time. We're gonna talk about all kinds of stuff that's going on that's happened since we've done a live stream. If you haven't noticed already, you can go ahead and jump down here somewhere like down here in this area, and you can hit the join button. And so now that we are a monetized channel, now that we have reached our long time goal, and we are in a place where we can do more, right? So I've always said this monetizing this channel isn't about me. This isn't about making me money, right? This is about you guys. This is about the community. This is about the fans. This is about having a positive space to bring your ideas, to have a good time, and to get away from the negativity that surrounds the fandom. So if you haven't already, there is a minimal, the most minimal. If I could have done it for 50 cents, I would have, but there is a 99-cent dollar join youngling was for better purposes. I haven't found the structure level that I want, but I figure we just go with that for now. But there's going to be additions and subtractions, and there's going to be more going on as we move forward. So initially, we went ahead and put some badges and some emojis and stuff like that together. You guys can see some of you guys are already using them. As we get further along, we'll add more. We will also, in the member section, we'll ask you guys what you want to add to the emoji section, as well as what you guys want to do as far as how we proceed with the channel in general. The members are going to have a little bit more say in what we do going forward. So I'm really excited that we finally got to this point. I didn't think we'd get to this point. That's kind of why, the goal of 1,000 subscribers wasn't really a party, so to speak. There was a lot of a lot of people were, I guess, a little more disappointed that we weren't, throwing more of a hoopla. But for us here, that was more of a stepping stone, so to speak, to get to this point, because this point is so much more important to me, getting to the point where the community can have a little more say in what we're doing, have a little bit more say in where we go, and this way I can help more channels along the way also. So I know we have a couple of projects in the works. It's just about communicating and finding the right time to have conversations, but we're going to help Chad the Bird. If you haven't watched that stream already, I recommend going ahead and getting over there and watching it. If you have, then you know what I'm talking about. We're going to try and help him elevate his production value for his live shows, for any streams he does, and things like that. So that's the kind of stuff we're already working on. Aside from that, we're going to be I want to use that money to give back more than I do to have it for me, right? So we're going to continue to do that. But in this era of the channel, this is a time where you guys can finally contribute if you want to contribute. I recommend do it at your what you can do. There's no need to spend more than you need to support the channel. Just you being here is enough support. But if you choose to, we appreciate it. And we're gonna do some more stuff. We're gonna do some more fun stuff. We have so many ideas now that we're monetized on crazy fun videos. More fun is what we're trying to do. So we're trying to have more fun. We're trying to enjoy ourselves, and we're trying to not take it too seriously. It's definitely yeah, so that's it. Tonight isn't really, it isn't designed to be this big, crazy party. This is more of a stream for me to talk about some of the things I've been wanting to talk about, as we've been playing Outlaws literally nonstop. This is giving us an opportunity to take that step back, talk about some of the things that I haven't been able to talk about. If people want to come in and hang out, they're more than welcome to come in and hang out. But we're excited here. There's a couple of really fun videos we have in the works. Sheev and I are going to do some fun stuff together, some out of the box thinking, and we're going to have some fun, man. This is, like I said, this is going to start kind of a new era of the channel. So if you've been here since the beginning, like a lot of you have, a lot of you that continue to come in and support and continue to be here, there's going to be a lot more coming. There's going to be a lot more fun. There's going to be a lot more experimental videos. There's going to be a lot more, like I said, I think we're just going to try to have as much fun as possible, right? So it's definitely time to do something. So like I said, there's things going on over here. There's some things going on over here, but ultimately it's going to be a good time and you guys are going to be the beneficiaries. So like I said, there's new stuff here. Yeah, I mean, there's so much going on that I want to give you guys an idea about, but I just can't yet because not all of it has the right footing. So let's get into some other stuff that I've kind of been wanting to talk about, and I haven't really had the opportunity. I've kind of been waiting to see how everything folds out in the space before I went ahead and put my perspective out there, but I feel like now might be the time. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive into something that's been kind of well, obviously as of now we hear that there are large spectrum changes coming to Disney. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that we don't really hear about or that we're hearing rumors of, but ultimately there's been a lot of backlash. The Acolyte obviously didn't have the viewership that Disney and Lucasfilm was hoping that it would get. So moving forward, they've decided to, from what all intents and purposes, from what all the media is saying, that they are going to that they're canceling the Acolyte, from what is being said. Now, this has driven how do we put this lightly? This has driven some insanity in the fandom. This has driven some madness in the sphere of YouTube and all the content creators. So moving that needle, there has been some, so obviously the regular suspects were not fans. If you're, it seems to go laterally with the fans that don't like the Disney era of Star Wars, i.e. the sequel trilogy, Book of Boba Fett, Kenobi, all this stuff, Andor, Ahsoka, so on and so forth. The list is pretty deep as to what Disney Star Wars has put out, that a lot of the fandom, I use a 1/3, that 1/3 of the fandom isn't really behind. Now, surprise, surprise, those people also did not like the Acolyte. Now, for whatever reason, there has been this huge backlash to the show, and thus forth, Acolyte is getting canceled. Then you see some of the larger channels talking about, how we won, meaning that the show got canceled and that they have any that they have a part in it, right? So we have this moment when these larger channels that don't like the sequel trilogy stuff, that didn't really like Andor, or I'm sorry, that really didn't like Acolyte, come out and do their regular streams, their regular videos. This is nothing new. This is par for the course, and the Acolyte ultimately flops in the eyes of the moneymakers, the bean counters, and a majority of the fandom that spends time on YouTube. Now, that needle moving forward, some of these channels decided to say things like, "We won, they're canceling the Acolyte, hooray, yay, yay." And then some of the, because in today's media space, the actors and directors can't seem to do the simplest thing and just shut up, right? They're insistent on getting on their Twitters, getting on their social medias, getting on going and doing interviews and things like this, and then bagging on the fandom for bagging on the content. Now, I can't say much. I am probably the shilliest of most shills in the space. I catch an immense amount of grief because I choose to find the more positivity, more to be a little more positive here. If anything, we try to be a lighthouse in the darkness of the negativity of the fandom. And so we live in this space where, I get called names all the time. I get fun, people making fun of the channel because we choose to be a little more positive. We have a slower rise than some of our counterparts that start at the same time. And we go through this space, and, I also don't I don't call these people grifters anymore because they're not really grifting. They're just searching for some personal outrage to get their clicks and so on and so forth, and to each their own. Do you? And then this brings us to the next thing on the docket for me to talk about. I'm kind of going through some of these things kind of quickly just to kind of catch us up to where we are today. So, we have some of the larger creators bagging on the content. We have some of the then we have a campaign on YouTube and Twitter and amongst the social media space that is, what is it, re up the Acolyte, save the Acolyte, right? And so they put out, there's a petition that's put out by who knows who, and they're out there trying to get their signatures for their petition to try to get Disney to change their mind. and then and then all kind of hell breaks loose because the normal suspects, the bigger channels that don't like the Disney era Star Wars, start kind of laughing and bagging on the people that have this petition going to save the Acolyte and renew the Acolyte. That was it, renew the Acolyte. And so there's this like social media thing, and it's nothing new. I mean, this has been going on for forever in the Star Wars community and the fandom since the early days before there was social media. So this is nothing new. So we get into this back and forth banter, right? And then it gets to this point now where you know I can't really believe that this is where we're at. But we get to this place where I just we get to this place and I wasn't really sure how I wanted to approach this. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to uh what I wanted to do, but I come across I come across this, right? And this is the this is so if you're not following the drama, because I wasn't, I was busy leading a normal life. Um, if you weren't paying attention, we have this we have these content creators. I'm hearing different names. The only place I could find this was on a Twitter called Molly Damon. Damon. And I find this I find this because it's been all over the place. I've been watching this for the better part of a week easily. And it gets to a point where these content creators start putting out this campaign, and I'm gonna read the entire thing because I am literally befuddled at um at this whole thing. Right, this whole thing is is just hilarious to me. So we have these content creators that put this thing out, right? And in this, it is basically addressed to the YouTube team. So we're going to go ahead and go through this real quick. Dear Team YouTube, last week, actor Amandla Steinberg, they, why that needed to be put in there is beyond me, posted candid comments to Instagram about the rampage of bigotry and vitriol that she has received since leading the cast of The Acolyte, the latest addition to the Star Wars universe. Amandla's experience is not new. In fact, this known tactic was initially provoked by former Breitbart news editor Milo. I'm going to fuck that up, so I'm not even going to say it. Who aggressively targeted Ghostbuster actor Leslie Jones under the guise of film criticism. After prolonged insults against her Ghostbusters character resulted in harassment against Jones on Twitter, Milo claimed Jones was playing the victim when she called for action against the harassment. The aggressive gaslighting of Jones's experience resulted in Milo being banned from Twitter. 8 years later, Milo's playbook against marginalized actors has I can't read that. I can't read that word on this screen. Into multi-million-dollar business on YouTube, which has been permitted to develop unchecked with the help of YouTube Partners program. This playbook's biggest target, Star Wars. I don't think that's the biggest target, but okay. As fans of the Star Wars franchise, we have tirelessly witnessed a handful of YouTube creators continuously drive prolonged insults and harassment against marginalized actors, members of our community. Enough is enough. The Star Wars fandom demands that YouTube enforce its community guidelines against prolonged insults and inciting of targeted harassment towards women of color by demonetizing YouTube channels named Geeks and Gamers, Ryan Kennels, RK Outpost, and Nerdtronics. Okay, interesting that that's the start. Okay, so let's dive more into it. And that was just their intro. So that's what they're asking for. The facts. In 2018, Geeks and Gamers has a very high sub count, 396,000. Encouraged harassment against Vietnamese American actor Kelly Marie Tran, leading up to Tran's departure from Instagram due to prolonged harassment. Geeks and Gamers published nearly 15 videos relevant to Tran's Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi's character, Rose Tico. The channel claimed that Tran's character is one of the most hideous characters of all time, the most unlikable characters ever, and exists for forced diversity. Many of the comments found in Geeks and Gamers videos can be seen hateful comments under Tran's now deleted Instagram post. Geeks and Gamers championed RK Outpost, 319,000 subscribers. Wow, way to go. A channel that frequently targets marginalized actors, including Moses Ingram, a black American cast member in the TV show Kenobi, days before Instagram called out racism backlash against her on Instagram. RK Outpost called Instagram a lunatic. I'm sorry, called I don't know why it says Instagram. Called Ingram a lunatic who can do nothing other than play the victim. RK Outpost was recently referred uh, on Ingram's Kenobi character Reva as dumb and okay. Let's see. Geeks and Gamers and RK Outpost frequently co-host the live stream Friday Night Tights on Nerdtronics YouTube channel 1.1 million. Congratulations. Where the three channels have made profitable business reusing prolonged insults against marginalized actors featured in Star Wars, Captain Marvel, Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, to name a few. Amandla is the current target of YouTube-based operation. Together, Geeks and Gamers, RK Outpost, and Nerdtronic have led the charge against Amandla even before the release of The Acolyte, producing nearly 40 relevant to Amandla and The Acolyte since May. These channels have asserted that Amandla is vapid and narcissistic, the adult pretender, dumb, a half black bitch for defending herself against racism. These channels have gaslit Amandla by claiming she's playing the victim card, with RK Outpost proclaiming you've never been oppressed in your goddamn life, you bitch. These YouTubers also use racist dog whistles, including angry black women stereotypes. The hate campaign against Amandla has been so profitable that other major YouTubers have joined the attack on Amandla, including Star Wars Theory, 3.3 million subscribers. How many more good faith content creators will turn to profitable hate campaigns if this behavior is permitted to continue with no repercussion? Okay. Interesting. Let's keep going. The action required. The Star Wars fandom refuses to watch another marginalized actor or fan be singled out by prolonged racist harassment from a handful of YouTubers as a result of YouTube's inaction, which has transformed hate into a lucrative career path. It is concerning to us that targeting marginalized actors and other social media platforms has historically resulted in platform bans, whereas the same behavior has made provocateurs millions on YouTube. They should be highly concerned to advertisers as well. This should be highly concerning to advertisers as well. We understand that YouTube has an important role to play in promoting free speech. However, content uploaded by Geeks and Gamers, RK Outpost, Nerdtronics is not opinion or criticism. It is prolonged targeted harassment against women of color. We urge YouTube to enforce its community guidelines and demonetize these channels immediately and permanently. Thank you. May the force be with you. Okay. So let's talk about this for a minute. So, reading over this, let's go through a couple things first. So, number one, these channels, Geeks and Gamers, RK Outpost, Nerdtronics, Star Wars Theory, and so on and so forth. Number one, these channels have every right to exist. Now, you may not agree with them. I may not agree with them. But they have every right to exist in the country that we currently reside in, which is the United States of America, has a free speech in our Constitution. Now, if you live in another part of the world, if you live in another country, then you may not be so fortunate to have this freedom of speech, right? If you live in countries that censor you, and now there's countries that are censoring you for just posting stuff on Instagram and Twitter and such, as we've seen lately in the UK. So I want to get into this a little more. Number one, these guys have every right to say whatever they want. They're not inciting violence against these people, right? Not that I've seen or heard of. There's nobody saying that you should go, throw paint on any of these actors or their property or their cars or anything. All these people are saying is their opinion, is what they think. And the last time I checked in this country, that is very much legal. That is very much they have every right to do so. They're not inciting violence. They're giving their opinion. They're bouncing between each other and giving each other's opinion. Whether they cut and copy each other's videos, whether they cut and copy each other's idea, whether they run the same playbook, that doesn't matter, right? I've said it on this channel for a very, very long time that the negative voice on YouTube or social media will always drive further and longer than any positivity you could bring onto YouTube. Aside from being a major celebrity like Ronaldo, like Gordon Ramsay, like all of these people that do amazing, wonderful things with their social media platform, and great. I have no doubt that these people are very much the same way to their fans, to people who go out to appreciate them, right? And in that regard, do you, right? It's hard for me to just come out and say, that what these people are posting, that posting this is right. I mean, honestly, at this point, you have literally you have literally become the thing you have been talking about negatively for so long. At this point, the shills, being the people that put this out, that are a part of this whole thing that's going on here, you are now part of that problem, and you are now part of the grift, right? You are no longer, I mean, honestly, there should be a new term, because these people are hunting personal outrage. Some of them aren't even grifters. Some of this is an act, right? Some of this is just these people having a good time and doing their thing, right? Some of this is just an act, and these people don't always believe everything that they put out there. But even if they believe every ounce of it, who are you to tell them what to post on their channels? I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you don't like what I have to say, there's the door, right? Get out. If you don't like what's going on here, if you don't like too much positivity, if you don't like that I enjoy my Star Wars, there's the door, dude. Get the fuck out. But if you want to be here, you want to hear my lively, positive opinion, then great, stay, enjoy. And the same thing goes on these bigger channels. If you're hating on Ryan Kennel and RK Outpost, and you're hating on Geeks and Gamers, and you're hating on Nerdtronics, and you're hating on Star Wars Theory, which I do often, but not for anything other than things that he says about Star Wars that I don't agree in. He could be like the nicest person in the world. I watched him buy his friend a $3,000 comic book, right? He's probably a great person. We just don't agree on Star Wars. We don't agree on how I treat my fans and how he treats his, right? It's not a matter of these awful people. If you don't like what they have to say, don't watch. I haven't watched a Star Wars Theory stream since well before Josh left Nerd Theory, right? And that's my prerogative. Do I hear what he says sometimes? Sure. Do I see the thumbnails of stuff he's putting out? Absolutely. But do I go watch it? No, because I don't want to go listen to it. So why can't these people just do the same thing? No, they had to go to the teacher, and they had to tattle, and they had to try to get these people canceled. But instead, it's backfiring because more people are pissed at them than are pissed at the Geeks and Gamers that are doing what they do. This is what they do. Let them do what they do, right? And I know already, Brandon, I know basically YouTube has already told them to shut up. I've seen all the thumbnails. I'm just going through the order, just going down the batting order on this whole story. And so, yes, Brandon, thank you for replying. YouTube replied and told Molly to basically stop complaining. It's somebody else's opinion, which is exactly what it is. So it's not just Molly. It's some other people. It's Star Wars Explained, and there's some other people involved. I don't know all who. I don't surround myself in those circles. All I know is I'm a shill. I don't pretend to be anything other. I tend to find the positive in all of this, and I definitely don't want the people that don't like Star Wars to have their voices shuttered, right? To have them silenced. I may not agree with you. I may not think that your ideas are correct. I may not, but I still respect your ability to have that opinion, right? And you may think my opinion is stupid, and I may think your opinion is stupid. But that doesn't mean that I want you shut down, that I want you canceled. Like, that's just foolish, right? That doesn't make any sense. And so I hadn't decided if I wanted to go into this, but this is kiddies telling the teacher. And I just can't get behind it. And I wish that these people would rethink things a little bit, because this is no different than, than these guys wanting to cancel Amandala and Moses and all these other actors that they don't believe are doing a good job. This is no difference in wanting them canceled. You're wanting them canceled. So literally, you've become the thing you promised not to become. You became the thing you swore to defend. You are no longer defending. And so it is unfortunate. And I am, not that I watch a lot of these creators anyway, but, good for the geeks and gamers, good for Nerdtronics, good for these guys, because these guys have done nothing wrong. And if you don't like it, make a video about how you don't like it. Then maybe your people that believe in you will come and watch that, and you'll gain the same amount of success. But being positive about things may or may not get you as far as you hope. But these guys have figured out a formula to make money on YouTube. These guys have figured out a way to tap into a vein of unhappy people. And who are you to tell them they can't do that? Right? Who are you to cancel them, I guess, is my point. So it's really funny. It's a real interesting conversation. I hope these people don't live in the U.S. I hope they live in like the U.K. or France or somewhere else, because if you live in if you live in the United States of America and you wrote this kind of nonsense, then you do not understand the subtlety and brilliance of freedom of speech. And then you are, in fact, should probably go read up on what the freedom of speech entails and how it has been, how it has been adjudicated through the years. Am I using that the right way? How it's been defended throughout this country. So yeah, I recommend get out there and do some homework before you post this kind of nonsense. Just utter nonsense. I'm sorry. I want, look, I'm apparently I'm going to make enemies on all sides of the spectrum. Apparently the personal outrage hunters are going to come get me, and apparently the shills turned grifters are going to come get me. So apparently I've made enemies on both sides. So I'm just not going to have any friends in the YouTube space, which is fine. I don't get the priority video packs. I don't go to the premieres. I don't get asked to any of this stuff because I'm just a minnow in a large sea of YouTubers that will refuses to buy it in. I refuse to buy into the hate. I refuse to buy into the negativity. I refuse to do that, right? Some people call it selling out. I call it buying in, right? I'm not going to buy into that, right? So I'm going to continue to die on this hill of positivity, and I'm thankful that I have even half a dozen people that are willing to share this journey with me, and becoming members and supporting the channel even for $1 a month, right? I appreciate it, because we're going to use that towards doing fun stuff. We're going to use that towards getting people onto the channel, helping people maybe cultivate more resources for their channels and so on and so forth. So, today is really, I wanted to cover that because I think it's large in the fandom. And look, guys, again, I go out into this world and I work in a space where I don't work in an office. I work in a space where I see a bunch of different people all the time. I wear my Star Wars merch everywhere, right? There's not a time that I go out that I don't have something of my merch on me. And I talk to people in the real world. I talk to the muggles, right? And we're in a time, man, we're in an interesting time where I see all of this here on YouTube and all of this negativity and all of this hate for the actors, for the content, for the directors, for the company, right? But then I go in the real world and I talk to people. Just the other day, I talked to this younger person, because I'm like an 80-year-old man. I talked to this person, and this person noticed that I wear a lot of Star Wars stuff. And she mentioned, she's like, so you're kind of into Star Wars, huh? And I was like, yeah, I got a small obsession, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. And, we get into this conversation, and the first thing she asked me was, what'd you think of The Acolyte? And I, instantly replied, of course, I loved it. I found so much good in it. I enjoyed it a lot. And she said the same thing. She's like, oh, me too. It's so great. And goes on to this conversation talking about this and that. And then, she said she didn't understand why I got so much, hate. And I was like, well, it just depends on where you're looking. If you're looking on Twitter, you can go on Twitter all day, every day, and find an immense amount of hate on any subject and any conversation you want. It's there. It's present. It is literally the town square for negativity. But if you go out in the real world and you talk to people, and I think we're going to do more stuff like this, where we go out in the real world, and because of where our channel is based, because of where we are, I think we have a large different focus group. So sometime in the near future, we're going to start doing something different. Like I said, we're going to change things out here a little bit. We're going to still do our live streams. We're going to still do our gaming. We're going to still do our group activities. But ultimately, we're going to start going out into the world and doing stuff. We're going to start going out and doing more. Now that we're monetized, now that we have a little more incentive to go out there and do more. And one of those things is going to be going out into the world, out where we live, and having conversations with the muggles and seeing what they think about these different shows. So there's going to be more to come, and I think that's something that is a lot more fan driven. I think we'll have a lot of fun doing that. We have a new partner in crime where our channel is based now, so we're going to be doing a lot more with our new cohort in crime. And yeah, so there's so much left on the table. I can't thank you guys enough. The people that are here on a constant basis, the members that have already signed up, for the channel. I appreciate you guys to like an immense amount, right? And for me, it's, it comes down to, I've supported a lot of channels during our tenure here on YouTube. I have sent gear across the country. I have surprised people with stuff. I have sent console and gaming devices. We've given away Nintendo Switches. We've given away Fortnite V-Bucks. We've given away a PlayStation 5. We've given away a lot of stuff here. We've done a lot here, and a lot that I'm really proud of, right? I mean, I could not be more proud of the work we put together here. I couldn't be more proud of the grassroots, real community that we've put together here at this channel, right? There's 1,100 subscribers. A majority of these people are here because not just because they found a video and clicked subscribe, but because they continue to be part of the community. And I appreciate that. It's something that kind of blows my mind. So since, this is about the community and there are a ton of you guys out there, But ultimately, the first, in the couple days we've been monetized, we have a very small following as it is. But to have, you know, just about 1% of the community on YouTube already sign up for memberships and to join into this adventure and to help promote what's coming next, you guys are the people that make this what it is, right? Um, so yeah, for you guys, I thank you. I appreciate you. And there are only, there, like I said, I mean, we are literally at just about 1%. And it is, uh, it's very humbling, um, to, to have you guys here, right? It's really humbling. And so in that regard, is that it? One date. Thank you. So I believe that's it. Yep. Okay. So we are going to open that up and then I'm going to share. Okay. So because we are at this point, these are the people I want to thank because these are my first 9 subscribers. These are my first authentic uh, um, members to the community. And so when we get to our 10th subscriber, uh, we're going to send one of these 10 people a care package. We're going to do a hopper drawing with the first 10 members. And it doesn't matter what level of member you are currently. It doesn't matter what level you join in as. We're going to do a care package to one of these people as a thank you for being one of the first 10 subscribers. This means a ton to me. And these are the people that are always here. These are the people that are always here to support. These are the people that are always in the streams, in the Discord, having these conversations. And these are the people I want to thank. This is about you guys. This isn't about me. Again, I'm here to get this Star Wars crap out of my system, right? I'm here to get this stuff out of me and into the world, right? And so this isn't about me. So these first 10 members, you guys are the ones I thank, right? And there's so much, it means so much. You guys really don't have any idea, um, how much this means, um, like so much. And so, um, yeah, I can't really thank you guys enough. That's really the whole reason I wanted to put a stream together. I mean, we could have done something much bigger. I could have waited a week. I could have put a bigger stream together. But even though it is the last minute and it is a moment where I don't necessarily have everybody here to celebrate in this. Again, it's not a celebration of me, it's a celebration of you guys. So for me, yeah, it's just such a big thing. It's just such a big thing. Uh, and I couldn't be more thankful to you guys for everything. So, uh, Steve, there should be a join. Um, there should be a join button, but um, but yeah. So we will figure that out. I don't know where it is right now, but we will make it so you can again. I don't know where it is right now. I have to log on under a different. But there, the super chats are down there. I haven't made any super stickers. I haven't made any of that stuff, but the super chats are down there. The super stickers are down there. The memberships. So if you go under the chat, I think you can go to unlock memberships, Steve. So if you go down to the chat where the super chat, show your support, where the little $ is in the chat, and then you can go down and you can go to memberships, and then there you can choose one of the 3 levels. So if you need to get into That's where it is. I can show you real quick here. I can share my screen. I can show you. Um, let's share my screen. I'll go to a celebration. I'll go to my own stream. Okay, here's my own stream. And then you would just go over down here. Let me go over. Yep. You would go over here to the super chat right here. And it should be right there under the super chat. You go to members, it'll open up. And then you can see what's going on. So that's how you would do it, Steve. I that's the first time I've ever, this is the first stream where we've ever been able to do super chats. This is the first time where we've ever been able to do memberships. So you can go down the membership. I will be making a video for the memberships. And then you can give memberships and stuff like that. But that stuff is here, and it's down here for everybody to watch. So yeah, so there it is. Again, this is about you guys. So that's how you would do it, Steve. Pretty easy. Hey, and there you go. Steve is our 10th member. Thank you for joining, Steve. I really appreciate you. But yeah, like I said, this is this is the first time we're able to do this stuff. And as we move forward, as we progress in our YouTube journey, hopefully we'll be able to get more members. Yeah, dude. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it again. So that caps out our first 10 members. We're gonna do a hopper stream, probably a member stream for these guys, and hopefully all 10 of you can be involved. And then we're gonna break the hopper out of retirement, and we're gonna put your name on the ping pong balls, and we're gonna get into it. So yeah, and there's like I said, Steve, there's custom emojis, there's badges. So now you should have a badge next to your name. So yeah, there's new badges, there's the emojis. As we get more followers, we'll do more emojis. I know Scotty has already mentioned that he wants the Kathleen Kennedy black eyes or red eyes. He said he wants to use that a lot, so we're going to go ahead and put that one up. Again, members, there's also a members section in the Discord. I've started adding people to it, but that's where we're going to communicate a little bit. I'll also put members only stuff up so that you guys can see and be followed along. But again, the first 10 members have been solidified. I couldn't thank you enough. Yeah, I mean, all of the custom shirts and all of the custom, all that stuff, all of the emojis are stuff that we have on merch. And that's kind of why I wanted to have fun with it. I just want to pull generic stuff. I didn't want to pull anything silly like that. I just wanted to pull stuff that's custom for us. And there is more coming, guys. There is something that is my artist has been working on. I could give you an exact amount of time. When did I send it to him? I sent him the storyboard, the written storyboards on May 22nd. And he has been working, he's been traveling, and he's been working a bunch, doing other stuff, but he told me that he is in the home stretch. It looks like there's just a little bit of coloring that needs to be done. And then the biggest, most fun illustration that I've had him do yet is coming out. And it is by far probably my best work. I'm not even joking. It is probably the best. It will probably be the best piece of art we put together. I'm hoping. I mean, this was amazing. The Mace Windu, the bus driving bitch. I can't even say how much this illustrator has done for the merch, not only the merch, but for the emojis now. Using them as emojis is amazing on the channel. And so I'm so pumped that that's the entry level, gets you guys some emojis, and there's going to be more to come. So again, as always, get to the Matt Cave, get your custom Matt Cave merch. This stuff that he has over there is amazing. And really, it's all about you guys. So you guys make sure to get into the Discord, get into the comments. Tell me what you guys want me to do. You guys want me to make more emojis that are specific? I will. You guys want me to make more content that's specific? I will. I know we've been talking about a studio tour. I am absolutely going to get that going now because you guys have asked for it. I've talked to Maximus about it. He's mentioned he wants something like that. So we're going to do a studio tour. I'm going to show you guys, especially maybe that'll be a member stream that we'll do first for the members, and then I'll release it to the public after. But ultimately, I'll show you guys how we do things here in our studio. And like I said, there's so much more, dude. We have so much planned for this, for the rest of this year. just the next 3 months, just the next 90 days. We have so much planned for you guys. So many videos, so much stuff. Now that we got our first 10 subscribers and members, not just subscribers. We got our first 10 members to the channel. And I can't thank you guys enough. So again, anything you guys want to do, you guys want us here at the channel to do, we're going to do some outrageous stuff. I can't tell you guys what it is because some of it is just going to be hilarious. I haven't decided if we're going to do it live or if we're going to record and do a video. I can't really decide how I want to do it, but yeah, I am super hyped. To be honest, I am hyped. I'm really hyped. This is something we've been working on for 3 years. This was a social experiment. This for me was literally a social experiment during COVID. How can I learn this stuff? How can I figure this whole thing out? I didn't know how to stream before COVID. I didn't know how to do any of this before COVID, right? And during that time, we built this studio, we built this place, and the goal was to get this channel monetized. That was the only goal, was to get the channel monetized so I could help other people along their journey. If you need gear, if you need help, if you need advice, this is what we wanted to be. And we've done that. We've supported half a dozen channels with technology, microphones, whatever we could, solutions to different problems. And that's kind of how this whole thing started. And then moving forward, it just kind of, I haven't done as many videos. I do more live streams. I'm trying to get more into videos, but yeah, I'm absolutely hyped. This is something we've been working at for over 3 years. And to get to this point, to be at this point, I'm hell yeah, man. I'm hyped. I'm more than hyped. I'm super hyped. Right? So to come out here and be able to tell you the channel's monetized, we're doing shit. We're going to start pushing forward. It's to you guys. This is to you guys. My celebration of tonight is to you, the people that are here, the supporters, the members, everybody that supported us the last 3 years. This one's for you. So I thank you again. I'm not here without you guys. I mean, I am here, but I'm talking to myself. I'm here, but without you guys, it would be meaningless. So you guys bring meaning to the channel. You guys continue to support me. These first 10 subscribers, I salute you. I put this out there to you because you guys are the first of many, I hope, but you guys are the first. And to me, that means more than you could ever think it means. I mean, the first 10 of you having 10 people that want to support the channel is huge to me. So I go back to it. Here are the 10 of you that support the channel. I'm going to post you guys up again. I'm going to thank you guys again because I'm humbled. I'm humbled by you guys. I'm humbled by the thought that you guys would support this channel and this journey in this way. And so for me, I just, again, to you guys, to you 10 people, and I'm humbled and I'm thankful because in this space, it's hard to find people that are constantly positive. It's hard to find people that are what's the word I'm looking for? That are interested to be here. So yeah, you guys, to these first 10 members, to the first 10 members of this community, I thank you. Ted's Nerd World, the Matt Cave, the Stanleys, Brooke Chen, which I have a feeling is my buddy Broccoli. So Brock Chen, Scotty Hawks, KG, T Davison, Darth Maximus, Q Bello, and Steve. This is for you. I thank you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I will continue to kiss a little ass, as KG says. But thank you guys for being members to the community and for being the first 10 members to this community and for always being here just about every stream you guys are here. So thank you. I salute you again. And I appreciate everybody who's here on any given night. So without that, I think that's it, man. I wanted to keep this short and sweet. We can do a bigger thing another night when more people are available. It's Friday night. People are partying, having a great time. But I am thankful for you guys. So again, from the bottom of my heart, from the channel as a whole, I couldn't thank you guys enough. I am highly appreciative of the people that joined the memberships, and there will be more to come. And to the first 10 of you, we will be doing a giveaway just for you 10 to start, and then we're gonna send a care package to one of you guys, maybe more of you guys, maybe all of you guys. I don't know. We haven't figured it out yet, but I'm thankful. So yeah, anything else you guys want to do, let me know. But we got more coming, and I'm overly thankful. I'm absolutely to the moon, and yeah, just thankful. So blessed, thankful, humbled, and more to come. And hopefully we'll be able to do more for you guys. So without further ado, thank you. I haven't signed off. I haven't signed off proper in a really long time. And so with that, I'm just gonna say, don't forget to spay neuter your pets. Help control the pet population. Don't forget to tell your loved ones how you feel. Tell everybody how you feel, not just your loved ones today, because you don't know what tomorrow brings. You don't know when you'll get a chance to say what you have to say. So make sure to say it today. And as always, may the force be with you. Thank you all for being here again. I couldn't do this without you, and I wouldn't do this without you. So thank you. Be safe. May the force be with you. We'll catch you next time. Have a good one.